here with Scott Young, a candidate for the R-7 school board. And so tell me, just start off, how long you've been in Odessa?
I've been in Odessa since 1985. Started first grade here and went all the way through high school. Went away to college at CMSU at the time, UCM now. Spent a year in Pittsburgh and back and forth to Cleveland, Ohio for a couple years, but been Odessa my whole life essentially. So.
Okay. And your family?
My family, it's interesting. My great grandma raised my grandpa and his siblings just down U Highway from where I live now. So it's kind of cool to see things go full circle. So
okay, but
my family, my dad was from Jamestown, Missouri.
mm-hmm.
My mom from California. She's been in education basically her whole career. So she was an elementary teacher and then moved into elementary principal, then ended up retiring from I guess education as a principal.
It's your household now?
Oh, my household now. Sorry. I got 3 kids that attend the school district in person. So they are Garrett, he's a junior, just turned 17. He's involved in football, baseball, and he attends Votech. He's over there for the welding program at Lex-Luray. Really enjoys it, and kind of nice to see that option for the students. I know that's the career path as of right now that he wants to take, but at 17, you can make a lot of changes in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
I've got my daughter Bennett. She is 10, and she goes to the Odessa Middle School. She's a 6th grader. And then I have Reese, that is 9, and she goes to the upper elementary. So she's a 4th grader. So all those go to those buildings every day. So got them spread out.
All right. And you said you graduated from OHS?
Yes,
Graduation.
1999. Don't want to offend anybody, but probably the top class to go through there.
And was UCM a degree?
No, did not complete. Switched majors a couple times and got into the working world, and the risk versus reward didn't see the payoff.
Okay. And so what do you do for work now?
I'm a safety director for Keeley Construction. They're based out of St. Louis, but they do work nationwide. So could be in any of the 50 states at any given time.
Okay.
And I've just started with them in December. I previously was with Capital Paving and Construction, and I've just been in the safety realm for the last almost 15 years.
All right. And organizations that you're part of?
A member of the board of certified safety professionals, basically just kind of credentials people to show that they know what they're doing through, I guess, testing and experience. So
nothing local, no groups, churches?
Nope, a volunteer coach for youth sports, been doing that seems like forever. So a lot of involvement with Parks and Rec.
Which sports?
I've done soccer, t-ball, baseball, softball, Odessa Little League football. I haven't done volleyball. Miss Moore does a great job with that. So,
but everything else, apparently.
Yes. Yep. Just about everything else.
All right. And any experience on any boards before?
I've served on the MoDOT uh, AGC, Heavy Highway Safety Committee. So that's kind of through AGC in Missouri.
Okay.
And I was on the Odessa Little League football board.
All right. And that gets us through the bio. Why are you running for school board?
Um, I feel like just some of my experience out in the real world uh, allows me to have the chance to kind of give back and serve the school district, the community, and uh, put the students' best interest uh, first. So just considering the students, then the teachers, trying to retain the good ones and make sure that we don't lose those to bigger districts or other opportunities. Do what we can to do what's best for our community, and then kind of get back to community involvement, community engagement. I know that perspectives change as you get older, but it seems like I remember being a little kid and going up through high school, and it seemed like the football field, the parking lot was full every Friday night. The stands were full every Friday night. Gyms any night of the week. The high school parking lot was full. I know that COVID brought some new things where people had the opportunity to watch games from home, so that does affect that a little bit. But just kind of getting everybody on the same page, and I know that I've always been proud to be from Odessa, and I think that's something that everybody should be proud of. So give them the best tools to say that, hey, I'm from Odessa, and people are like, yeah, that's a great place to be from.
Okay. And so, what about you do you think would make you a good member of the school board?
Uh, just I get to deal with a lot of different faces from day to day. I deal from your hourly employees to your executives, so I have the ability to talk and relate to all those different people from the different walks of life. Um, I I know I talk a lot sometimes, but I can also listen and uh, I think look at other people's perspective and look maybe what's best for a group as a whole versus having any type of personal interest in mind. I'm not here to improve. It's not about me. It's not about my kids. It's about the board, the students, faculty, community. So um, just looking out for everybody as a whole. No, look at me. I'm on a board type of deal.
All right. And how do you feel about the district's current direction?
I feel like Dr. O's doing a great job. Just in the few conversations I've had with him, he um, I think aligns with what I think is important. He's got great experience. He's very involved. I think he's proud to be from Odessa. He's had kids go through, and he still has one in the district. Uh, Financially, I think he's got us in a good place from what I hear, what I see, and uh, just trying to make sure that we can support him and his vision and keep our district on the rise.
And so, how would you describe your vision for the district?
um, it's it's hard to say with kind of the legislation that's out there as far as the public school versus private school and all the funding type issues, maybe getting rid of personal property taxes, but um, making sure that we can have a safe place for our kids to go to school and get them the best education possible. I do like how we partner with the VOTEC, and I think that's something that's a big draw for this area. I would like to see our facilities be improved, and I mean I think that's kind of everybody's point of view is we need a facelift or an update. So being able to maybe try to find alternative sources of funding and get us the facilities and bring us into the 21st, 22nd century, wherever we're at. We're a ways from 22nd.
Specific facilities you're specifically talking about upgrading there?
I know that everybody is big on a new elementary, and it is the oldest building in the district. And everybody always wants to build a new high school, but that, from what I understand, would cost probably twice as much as an elementary. So the elementary does need addressed. I would like at some point to see the school district have a type of a field house. So a large indoor area that can host different sporting events and also give additional space to practice as we get more and more sports. We run out of real estate for the teams to hold their practices.
Okay. All right. And so what issues do you feel are most important to the district right now?
I think our testing. I know they've gone to the iReady and trying to find ways to have our students perform well on that. And I mean, I've taken exams on paper and I've taken them on the computer, and it's definitely not apples to apples. So making sure that our kids are adequately prepared for those tests. I think there is a trend in the right direction, but we can always do better. So finding ways to improve that.
How do you, I'm going to, just because you're already on the topic, how do you feel about the district's MAP test scores at this point?
I feel like they could improve. But again, I feel like the resources that we have versus your larger schools aren't there. So we've got to maybe try to find different avenues, maybe different ways to reach kids to be able to improve those scores, get creative.
Okay. You can go on to the next issue you were going to bring up.
Next issue. I guess time will tell with the financial aspect with personal property taxes. I mean, I know that some people are always going to find a way to lessen their tax burden. I mean, the people that already found loopholes to not pay their personal property taxes are out there. But I feel like if you're in a community, you have kids that are benefiting from it, it's kind of your civic duty or responsibility to help pitch in and do your part, not look at it as this, I'm not getting anything from this. I don't think people understand how that funding or the money from your personal property taxes can directly affect the school district and their ability to be able to operate and get new things.
All right. I've got some kind of like how I went into the MAP test side of the testing one. I've got some that I'm going over with everyone.
Okay.
And so branching off of that one, I have a run through, I'm calling it a speed run
Uh-oh.
See how speedy
Lightning
people
round.
see how speedy people have actually been. But of some of these state issues, these legislative things that have been discussed for going on 4 months now.
Yeah.
Some of these bigger issues, and so how you feel about them. First one being open enrollment.
I'm really not sure what to expect from that. I think a lot of that would depend on transportation as well. I don't know how they plan to get kids to whatever school district they want. And I feel like if somebody wants their kid in a district bad enough, they probably would just up and move. Or if they want them in a private school, they would have them in a private school. So I know, and with Odessa's got online learning now, so the people that don't want to go to school or sit in class don't have to. They can sit at home and do their curriculum at home. So I don't know. I don't see how a lot of people that aren't already going to a private school or
So open enrollment isn't private schools.
true.
That's the next one. That's
Okay.
vouchers. This one's open enrollment. So this
Yeah,
is
I just, and I mean, I don't, as big as our school district is, I don't see people coming from other areas to join our district, unless it was maybe maybe a kid or there's a kid at Wellington that wants to wrestle. Maybe somebody would say, hey, we want to take our kid here so they can wrestle. Or I think that would maybe be the biggest part of it, but I don't.
So do you feel good about open enrollment? Do you?
I don't know what to really expect, so I can't say I feel strongly one way or the other.
Okay.
Obviously I would be against it, but I just feel that the people that are going to go to a different school would have probably already made that move.
All right. And next one would be the vouchers and that side of it going to the private schools.
Yeah.
In favor, not in favor?
I mean that I don't think there's anything wrong with how it's running now, so I don't see the need to change the private versus public. I don't think that private schools should get any funding from the state, but if it's private, they should privately fund themselves.
Okay. And the next one is the foundation formula overhaul. How they're looking at what determines how much money the schools get.
I would have to see what that formula is, and I'm not educated on that, so I don't really know that I could speak to it.
And the last one, which is kind of a big one, is the discussion of the elimination of the state income tax, which has been given a very large number for how much it would impact the school district.
It would be interesting to see what their plan would be to replace that, or how that. I guess if you had a place that had a lot of retail and the sales tax was going to go to it, it might be beneficial. But a place like Odessa doesn't really have that. So, again, it circles back to the property tax discussion. It's if you have students, you have the abilities to the finances, you need to pay your part. I mean, it's the people that have the extra money from that, they're going to spend it anyway. It's not like they have it budgeted to do anything to improve the community, so they might as well let the let it go to the school district and make Odessa just kind of better for everybody.
All right. So we've talked about test scores. We've talked about the elementary school. Do you feel the district's doing enough to combat the teacher shortage?
I think they are. I mean, if just from what I see, um, most of the teachers that are here live in the district, close to the district, maybe have kids in the district. I don't think, I know that we lose some, and some of that is your teachers that maybe want to seek an administration role, or maybe somebody that is younger, they got their first job, so they get some experience, and they go to a bigger district, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot of lateral moves. So I think they're doing a good job of what they're doing. I mean, you can always do more to help your teachers out, and it's kind of getting their input, their feedback. I think personal conversations with your educators seem to be better than surveys. It seems like no matter where you work, if you get an anonymous survey, everybody's kind of, I don't know how anonymous this is. I'm not going to be honest with what I put on here. So I think just getting out and getting the feel from the folks that are walking the halls every day to see if they're happy, if they're disgruntled, and what their complaints might be.
All right. Any other issues that you've thought up as we've gone through these that you'd like to discuss?
I mean, the traffic flow is always one. So finding ways to get people to read the one-way signs and not go the opposite way. I don't know if you got to put some of those spike strips in, so when they go the wrong way, they wonder why their tires went flat, and then they see the one-way sign. But I think the traffic flow has improved, but I do feel like there are other things that might be able to be implemented that could make it flow even better and safer for our teachers that have to go out and play Frogger in the traffic.
Literally or figuratively when it comes to the spike strips?
We'll say figuratively.
Just clarifying that one.
All right.
All right. And so that takes us to what I call the magic wand question.
Uh-oh.
So a lot of previous has been very tied to realities and money and funding and big considerations. This isn't any of it. You have a magic wand. You get to decide one thing you'd like to add to the district. What would it be?
One thing I would like to add to the district. I would like to find a way to reward our faculty, whether it maybe be a way to financially reward them to kind of I feel like you get more with the carrot than you do the stick. So being able to reward teachers for their performance, whether it be measured by how their classes test or just their consistency, feedback from their buildings. But I think that might be a retention piece versus if you're just doing something and you get the same thing all the time. I feel like people tend to let off the gas a little bit and just coast if there's really no reward for being a top performer.
All right. Anything else you think people need to know about you or about the district to understand you as a candidate?
I don't know. I mean, I think I feel like I know a lot of folks in the district, and they know how I am. So if they have questions, they can ask them. And we may have a difference of opinion, but sometimes at the end of the day, you just have to agree to disagree and make the best decision for the whole.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yep.